The stranger's last bowl of rice. Back then, he was just a young man, strong in body but worn thin by life. A great tragedy had shattered his family. His parents passed away in an accident, and the burden of his father's debts drove relatives and friends to slowly abandon him. Alone and penniless in a vast city, he wandered from street to street, begging for scraps of food. Hunger gnawed at his stomach, and his pride slowly crumbled with every passing day. One rainy afternoon, he sat curled up under the awning of a street-side diner. The smell of hot rice and savory dishes filled the air, making his empty belly cry out in agony. But all he had in his pocket were a few coins, not enough to buy even a simple bowl of plain rice. Just then, an old man stepped into the diner. His clothes were worn and his steps unsteady. With trembling hands, he placed a few coins on the counter and softly said, "Just one bowl of plain rice, please, no side dishes." The young man glanced at the scene, feeling a pang in his chest. But what truly stunned him was what happened next. The old man, after receiving his bowl of steaming rice, didn't eat it. Instead, he slowly walked over, handed it to the young man, and said gently, "Eat, son. You're still young. Don't let hunger cloud your mind." The young man looked up, eyes red with emotion. He wanted to refuse, but the hunger had robbed him of his words. In the end, he bowed his head and took the rice, eating it gratefully. The old man simply sat beside him, watching with a quiet smile, his eyes warm like the first rays of spring sunlight. When the young man finished, he turned to thank the man, to ask his name, to find a way to repay him. But the old man had vanished, as quietly as he had appeared. Years passed. Life, in its strange way, offered the young man a second chance. That bowl of rice had ignited a spark in him. He vowed to rebuild. Starting from the bottom, he worked tirelessly, waiting tables, learning a trade, saving every coin. With perseverance and the fire of gratitude in his heart, he slowly rose through life. From a worker, he became a manager. Then he opened a small restaurant, then a business. Success followed, but he never forgot that one bowl of rice, a gift from a stranger offered when he had nothing. One cold winter day, he was driving through a poor neighborhood when he spotted a frail figure sitting on the sidewalk, holding a rusty tin can. The man was huddled in worn clothes, trembling in the cold. Something in that figure pulled at his heart. He stopped the car and walked closer. The old man looked up, his eyes tired, his face weathered. He didn't recognize the man standing before him. But the young man, now older, successful, recognized him instantly. It was him, the man who once gave him a bowl of rice. His heart trembled. He knelt beside the old man, took his hand, and said, his voice choked, "Do you remember me? Years ago, you gave me a bowl of rice. It saved my life." The old man blinked, searching his memory, and then smiled faintly. "It's been a long time. I'm old now. But if one bowl of rice helped you, then I'm glad." Tears welled in the man's eyes. Most people forget kindness, but he never did. He took the old man home and cared for him like family. At every meal, he placed a bowl of plain rice in front of him, a quiet reminder of a debt written not in money, but in the soul. One day, the old man passed away peacefully in his sleep, like a leaf falling gently to the earth. The man held a respectful funeral, and on the gravestone, he carved, "The one who gave his last bowl of rice and saved a life." The story spread. People weren't touched by coincidence, but by the quiet power of kindness. A single bowl of rice in desperate times, a small act of compassion, had changed a life. We all fall. We all have moments of despair. But sometimes all it takes is a helping hand, a warm look, or a single bowl of rice to help someone stand up again. So if you can help someone, even just a little, don't hesitate. One day, when life turns dark for you, the kindness you gave away may return in a way you never expected. Because kindness never disappears.